Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where our time warp to Duna is just about over. There's Duna. How you doing, Duna? We're a little ways away from Duna, but we're going to go ahead and do a rather sizable braking burn. We're going to need to match planes with Ike, which is almost perfectly equatorial. That's interesting. That might be useful. Okay, noted that for future reference. At this point, we can go ahead and set Ike as our target. Okay, we can unset our target. What is this doing? I'm rather confused right now. Whatever, this is fine. This maneuver node is completely fine. Go ahead and set Ike as our target. Okay. Go ahead and don't do that. Okay, let's go ahead and abort this node, and let's make a new one. Well, more precisely, let's just go ahead and adjust this one slightly. Okay, execute that. Perfect. We'll need to change our inclination, to be sure, but we're going to wait to set target until after this is done, because apparently that completely messes with things. I was not actually aware of that. So with an equatorial orbit, we might be able to grab a different biome for Duna, so we should probably try to just encapsulate Ike's orbit, match planes, warp around to see if we can get ourselves a different biome. And then once we're done with that, then we insert into Ike. And also, this should be warped up. There we go. Thrust to weight on this thing is, shall we say, not great. But it's fine. I mean, we could theoretically continue to burn off our monopropellant, but I think we just burn off as much fuel as we can from this. This thing is very overbuilt. It's going to be fine for going to Elu or places in the Joule system, or even to Dress. It's probably overbuilt for Dress, now that I think about it. But for Duna, it's really overbuilt. But we're future-proofing. That's the idea here. Okay. Now, are we going the wrong direction? We can always change that over Ike. It'll be cheaper there. So let's go ahead and set Ike as our target. Now, we are currently going this direction, which I think matches Ike's directionality. So that's good. We'll focus on Ike. It's kind of a weird inclination there. But at the descending node here, which will be at in 34 days, yep, that's correct, we are going to just go ahead and match our inclination. Not that direction. This direction is the way we want to go. And we might as well lower our apoapsis a little bit while we're at it. Just encapsulate this a little bit better. Ooh. Very tiny adjustments here. There. That won't be too bad. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and execute that node. So that'll change our inclination, that'll get us to be basically perfectly equatorial, and then the only thing we'll need to do is encapsulate this orbit a little bit. There we go. 34 days. That won't be too bad. It'll be just blink of an eye. So this is basically... Whoa. This is a similar inclination to what we came in on with this guy. Of course, we changed it significantly due to the contract, but it's relatively significant. Or relatively similar. So we should have basically the same biomes. I mean, I don't really think we're going to get that much for different biomes with an equatorial orbit, but you never know. We should check. Okay, so once this burn is done, we will be in a much better position. Excellent. Ascending and descending nodes at 0%. So this thing is what? Circular. Basically circular. It's very close to circular. So it doesn't really matter. Let's just circularize here at this periapsis, which is currently at 3.66. Let's go ahead and circularize to about the same. Let's see here. Right about here should be fine. I mean, that's not bad. Yeah. Right about here should be good. That'll be fine. Execute that node. Here in 5 hours, it'll be an 8-second burn, 35.8 meters per second. So that'll circularize us, encapsulating the orbit of Ike for a Hohmann transfer. And then the only question becomes, do we get any extra biomes? And we will find that out in a bit. It's only going to take a couple days to go all the way around, so that won't be too bad. Okay. There we go. Let's do this. Okay, that burn is done. So let's go ahead and make ourselves... I just want to focus Duna for now. Let's just make ourselves a maneuver node right where we are. And we'll go ahead and allow X Science to stop us. And we'll just warp around. In space high. We could do a mystery goo observation. We're not going to do that one. Gravity scan, we're good on. Temperature scan, we're good on. Atmospheric pressure, we're good on. Okay. Excellent. We're good. Hang on a moment. We need to do this again. There we go. Node in 2 days. Fantastic. We're good here. We're good here. Whoa now. That did some interesting things. What exactly just happened? How did we get here? No, seriously. How did we get here? Okay, I'm really confused. But we have plenty of delta V, so I guess we'll just... Okay, craters. We're fine. Excellent. Islands. Midlands. Islands. Midlands. Lowlands. Okay. Yep, we're good. So, I repeat my earlier question. How did we get here? We were outside of this orbit. That's weird. Okay, well, let's just go on back. Actually, look at that. What is this orbit? It's the wrong direction, I think. No, this is... Yeah, this is the wrong direction. See, we can't do it that way. We could just do something along the lines of this, I guess. That would be fine. Let's execute that. I mean, I don't know why this is... I don't know why we're here. But I guess we'll take it. I'm really confused, and I'm gonna make a save because this is working really weirdly. Okay. Yeah, don't do that, X Science. Don't stop warp. We already checked everything over here. Okay. So I guess we're just going to do a manual home and transfer. Since that appears to be lining up. Okay, so this is what we've got here. Now, we need to check our inclination over... Okay. Yeah, that's because we're going to get a second encounter after we escape. So let's just, let's not do that, shall we? Let's do something along the lines of that instead. Go ahead and execute that node here in 2 hours. Greetings, Ike. This is one of several visits that we will be doing to you. However, for right now, let's just go ahead and warp to this maneuver. I still don't understand how we got inside of Ike's orbit. I may have to go back and check the video, but we were in the middle of a time warp when the camera changed, so I really don't know how that happened. I have to assume that was a bug, but luckily we've got plenty of fuel. We've got stupid amounts of fuel, to be precise. Okay, as soon as this burn is done, actually during this burn, let's go ahead and run a temperature scan. And we will transmit this. Excellent. Atmospheric pressure scan. And we will transmit this. Excellent. We are going to do a mystery goo observation here. And transmit that. Yep, I am aware. There we go. And let's do a gravity scan and transmit that. Fantastic. So obviously that cut into our battery a fair amount, but we have tons of battery in this thing, and we also have tons of regeneration. We've also... Come, get off. Go away. Go. It doesn't want to close again. Lovely. We also entered into the first suborbital spaceflight above Duna, and the first flyby of Ike, and we escaped the gravitational influence of Duna, and escaped the gravitational influence of Ike, and gathered the first scientific data from Ike, and entered orbit of Ike. So that's all good. Okay. So let's go ahead and add a maneuver here at the apoapsis. And for right now, we're just going to do some science gathering. Go ahead and stop us. Okay, Mountain Ridge, gravity scan. Excellent. What else do we got? Midlands, we already got Midlands. What else do we have? Lowlands? Hey, gravity scan. Transmit. Excellent. And as you can see, with this better relay antenna, we have a much, much better connection. What else do we got over here? Midlands. Well, this is via the suicide. Oh boy. Okay, well... Let's, Lowlands, that's fine. Central Mountain Range. Okay, let's grab that. Fantastic. And I just want to go around at like 1000x once more. Let's see. Central, yep. Oh, there is one back there. There's two. Okay, we have to go around again. And also, southeastern mountain range. There is a fair amount of data here to gather, actually. There's at least 3 that we managed to miss. So I think we stick to 1000x and don't go any higher than that. Can go ahead and get rid of this maneuver node. There's at least 2. Midlands are fine. What else do we got here? Lowlands are fine. Midlands are fine. Eastern Mountain Ridge is fine. Lowlands. Midlands. Lowlands. Central Mountain Range. Lowlands. Central Mountain Range. Lowlands. Midlands. Central Mountain Range. Midlands. What else do we got here? Western Mountain Ridge. We'll grab that. And once that's finished uploading, I believe we have one more. That's Midlands, Lowlands, Midlands, Western Mountain Ridge. That might have been the one that I saw before. Southeastern Mountain Range. Midlands, Lowlands. Where are we? We're here. Yeah, I think we got it all. So let's go ahead and we're going to need to inverse our current directionality. Let's go ahead and do that. Like so. Fantastic. And we'll just execute that node. And then we're going to need, of course, to change our inclination pretty substantially. But I'd like to encapsulate this a little bit better. Right now we are basically perfectly equatorial. Inclination of 0.22 degrees. And you can stop interrupting the warp. Thank you very much. Pretty much have the data we're going to get from this orbit. And then we'll check a couple times in this orbit. Or, well, we'll go around this orbit once. And we'll just see. Okay. So let's go ahead and invert our directionality. Come on. There we go. And now this is just a 10-degree inclination, which isn't that bad. So, let's go ahead and over here, I want to add a maneuver, and let's just twist our orbit a little bit over this way. Excellent. And burn retrograde a little bit. And actually, we need to go slightly more this way. Then a bit more retrograde. And a bit more this way. Okay. I mean, we're still not exactly where we need to be, but we encapsulate it. That's the goal. So we're going to go ahead and execute that node, because we want to make sure that we are outside of it, and we are. And then we'll do the same thing with the periapsis. We'll just lower the periapsis to be just above our target periapsis. Then we'll change our inclination, and then we'll have our contract complete. We also entered into the first suborbital spaceflight above Ike, so that's good. Okay. So, this is kind of an oddly elliptical orbit. But this is... We have so much delta V. Oh, we have so much delta V. It's ridiculous. Maybe I should have cut a tank. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. We don't have money issues. Okay, so we now encapsulate nicely there. And now over here, we're just going to go ahead and do a quick retrograde burn to get us to probably about 150. Yeah, right about there. That'll be a nice encapsulation. Go ahead and execute that. Fantastic. And then we'll just do our inclination burn, and then we'll be done. I may decide to put up 2 more of these guys. Now, one I want to put up on the very outskirts of the Kerbal system, just so that we have a stronger relay antenna, just slightly out. And then the other one would be essentially replacing the Mark III that's currently orbiting Duna. I don't know. Maybe that's something to do another time. But for right now, let's just finish this contract. Okay. And now, right at this ascending node, let's go ahead and... we need to burn this way a fair amount. Let's just get this lined up so that I can eyeball this properly. That's roughly the correct inclination right there. Maybe slightly less. Excellent. And I don't think we're going to adjust our apoapsis or periapsis at all with this burn, since it's in kind of an awkward position. So let's go ahead and do this, and then we will fix our apoapsis and periapsis in one final burn. Okay, so this is going to be 2 hours until this burn. It won't be too bad. Okay, and the burn is happening right about now-ish. 3 more seconds. Now. There we go. Okay, so we are now in position over Ike for our contract. Well, we're not in position, but we have the correct inclination of almost exactly 170 degrees. So that's great. Next, here at the apoapsis, actually, I want to do it at the periapsis, I think. So, no, let's do it at the apoapsis. Let's go ahead and add ourselves a maneuver here, and we'll just twist this slightly. Burn a bit retrograde. Maybe twist a little bit more, a little less retrograde. No, less, not more. Come on. Yeah. That looks good. Right like that. And we'll execute that. And then all we need to do is a small retrograde burn down here, assuming this isn't going to be considered close enough, which I hope it isn't. I mean, I'm almost 100 kilometers off here. Okay, let's go ahead and do this burn. We just need to climb up over here. I'm also keeping an eye down here to see if we get anything in this new orbit that's new. So far, I haven't seen anything. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that's what I like to see. That is lovely right there. Absolutely glorious. Okay, so at this periapsis, we're just going to go ahead and do a quick retrograde burn. That's too far. Let's just go to about here. And I do want to twist the orbit just ever so slightly. Maybe slightly more retrograde. Perfect. That's as close as we are getting. Execute that node. That is truly glorious right there. Ascending and descending node of 0 degrees. Not bad for just eyeballing the whole thing. Well, as soon as this burn is finished, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here because the contract will be completed and we are at our time. So I'm going to just let this burn happen. We'll complete our contract. And then next episode, we'll be doing something. I haven't fully decided what yet. But that should be the contract completed right there. There it is. Excellent. Look at that. 300k. So this thing has already paid for itself. More than. And we still have so much Delta V. Oh, we have a stupid amount of Delta V. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here. And next episode, we're probably going to be working a little bit more on our communications infrastructure. See you all then.